The Mid Icon SBC is going to be coming out very soon, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about a market crash that could be created by this SBC, answering all of your questions that you guys do have about it. When is this SBC exactly going to be coming out? What cards are going to be going down? Is it going to be icons? Is it going to be meta gold cards? And mainly, should you be selling your team? Should you be concerned about this? So just before we get into it, if you are new here, make sure that you do subscribe. I'm going to make lots more videos just like this one, talking to you guys about every single promo when it is going to be released, how to actually prepare for it, and also about the market, how it's going to be impacted. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? When to buy and sell your team? So definitely make sure that you are subscribed so you do not miss any of those future videos. So getting straight into this one now. First of all, when is actually the Mid Icon SBC going to be released? So if you actually take a look, we did have a guaranteed Base Icon SBC, which we can actually compare with this to see when this Mid Icon SBC is going to be coming out. So the Base Icon SBC was released the 22nd of November, exactly 10 days after all of the token objectives were released. And we do of course know that last Friday on the 31st, all of the token objectives were made available, and it still hasn't been released yet. I was saying that it has to come out very soon. So exactly 10 days, if it's going to be the same pattern like it was for the Base Icon SBC, exactly 10 days after would actually be this Monday coming up, the 10th of February. So this is actually when I expect for the Mid Icon SBC to come out, and if not then it has to be sometime very soon, maybe Friday, but I am pretty confident that it is going to be this Monday. I don't see why EA Sports would delay even more, but maybe if they want to do it on the Friday the 14th of February along with ratings refresh and ones to watch, that can also make sense, because it's kind of like new cards are being added so that you can actually upgrade your old cards using the Mid Icon SBC. So taking a look now how the market was impacted when the Base Icon SBC was released, it did actually have a huge impact. Icons were very suddenly sold, but that was kind of just an hourly thing. After that, the effect didn't really last too long on the icons. It did recover quite well after that, but the main thing we do actually have to take a look at are meta cards. They were actually hugely affected, and the thing is that they're usually not actually associated with this SBC, because of course Mid Icon, the icon part does stand out, because you instantly just think that icons are going to be affected by this, but the meta cards are actually the main ones that are hugely affected. A lot more people have these cards, and last time the general mood was for people to actually sell their teams, so they are going to actually be selling all of these cards that they do have so they can actually complete this SBC. It is going to be funded by selling all of these cards, and that is because everyone was doing it, and of course there was that fear of missing out, which is actually a huge factor these days in general society, and it still does apply in FIFA. So if you actually take a look, Son went from 500k down to 430k, Mbappe went from a million down to 910k, Kante went from 370k down to 340k, Van Dijk went from 590k down to 540k, and you most likely remember your own examples of this because this crash was just so quick. Honestly, there were so many cards. I definitely remember Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, all of these cards, the huge expensive cards that you don't usually see crash too much, did actually go down so much. And yes, they do actually recover after this, but it is still a very good thing that you can actually make coins off and actually prevent kind of like small losses if you guys do need your coins suddenly and you are actually trading quite quickly and you're always buying and selling cards. So should you actually panic to judge if this is actually going to happen again? We do need to purely understand, like I was saying before, this was all created, all happened because of the hype of this SBC. People were packing good icons, and majority of FIFA players were watching this and they were motivated to sell their teams as well, so they actually had the coins to complete this SBC. So two things could actually happen when this SBC is released. The first one is the SBC is released, it is too expensive, pack weight is not too good, there's not people uploading packs of actually getting like a huge icons, stuff like that, and most people are generally complaining about this SBC, or there's better things to be doing, maybe a new weekly objective or actually a different player SBC, distracting people from this icon SBC and kind of like not making people want to complete it. Then in that case the market is not going to be affected, it's just going to kind of like flow like usual. There's not going to be a market crash or anything like that. But then on the other hand, if the SBC is released with a reasonable price and everyone is opening these, asking what everyone's packing on Twitter, Instagram, all of the big influencers influencers, and there is actually a lot of people posting great pack luck, then this is actually going to, again, just like the Base Icon SBC, motivate people to sell their teams to actually complete it, which of course means that the market is going to be going down and what is generally called a market crash. So this is actually what we can expect, and we do also need to prepare for this. So if you guys are interested right now, generally people aren't selling their teams yet for weekend league sell-off. So if you are interested, you can actually sell your teams now, but it is going to depend what is actually going to happen, which one of those scenarios is actually going to occur. So we are going to see, but if you guys do prepare now, have all of your coins ready, then you're going to be in an absolutely amazing position if the SBC is released with a lot of hype and the market does go down, because you are free to make investments and play around with those coins to actually make very nice profits when the market does go back up. And then again, if you take that kind of like small risk, what kind of risk is associated with it? If you sell your team now, even if the market doesn't go down, you're not really losing out on anything, but there is potentially a lot to gain. So it's going to be up to you guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are going to be doing and if you are hyped for this Mid Icon SBC. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.